Stafford to the Colts, Broncos, Washington, Patriots for draft capital. Depending on the capital, yes, I've been saying that the Indianapolis Colts makes a lot of sense for Matthew Stafford because they would have a late first-round pick, and I think you could get a late first-round pick for him and maybe something else. It looks like Phillip Rivers, if they're one and done, he's going to retire. He's an AFC player. Play team. It makes a lot of sense there, in my opinion. Kofi, would you trade Stafford away for something like that?
Give him one more year. Like I would draft a quarterback, and if I were you guys, and then I'll let my quarterback sit for 1 year, learn from Matthew Stafford, kind of like what the Kansas City Chiefs did with Patrick Mahomes. With Alex Smith, I'll let my quarterback sit behind for 1 year and see if Matthew Stafford can mentor him and develop him before I could try to trade him. That's the kind of route I would go.
Brett Higgins says, can you imagine being a fan of a team that you would never win? It must be depressing. You want to know what, Brett? This is how I got my day job. I had an interview with the health organization, and they said, how do you deal with adversity? I looked at the room with all the people in there, and I said, I am a Detroit Lions fan. And I think that got me the job. I'm pretty sure I've been there for 5 years now.
Lions fans all know all about adversity.
They're like a whole bunch of memes for Lions fans. It's crazy, man.
Hey, I tell you what, when we do win, it's going to be like the Cubs. It's going to be a great moment. The Lions do not draft a quarterback or Micah Parsons not there. Who would you get? Man, that would be a devastating scenario.
Dang.
That would be devastating because it's quarterback for me or Micah Parsons. To me, he's the best non-quarterback. If Penei Sewell was there, even though he won't be, I would look at Penei Sewell. After that, it would be rough. I'd trade back. If I can't get a quarterback, Micah Parsons, I'm going to trade back and try to pick up some more capital for this team. Look, I think we draft a young quarterback. I'm not going to take a retread. I don't want to take a Sam Darnold on Josh Rosen. He's been Rosen for a reason. This guy's been on many, many teams. I am just going to take Trey Lance. I'll even look at Justin Fields and Zach Wilson. If it's not those three, I want to go Micah Parsons, defense, wide receiver, 4th or 5th round, and call it a day. What say you, Kofi, from being a non-Lions fan? Even, hey, from your perspective, would your team trade for a Sam Darnold or a Josh Rosen?
Nah, Sam Darnold's not that great. Heck no. I think because like with Sam Darnold, it's like he doesn't pick up well on defenses. He can't read defenses that well. He's so raw like right now with his skill set. And I mean, even though he's playing on the Jets, I mean, at the same time, like you see him missing open wide receivers. He's throwing boneheaded picks. Yeah. And like, you don't want that on your team. I mean, you're already like, dealing, with Matthew Stafford already. And you don't want to like have another quarterback who's like pretty bad. Like, no, I wouldn't want Sam Darnold or Josh Rosen.
If Justin Fields falls to us, I think it's possible. I do think it's possible they could look at him. And MicroMike, when do you guys think the Lions will win a playoff game or a Super Bowl if they can do it for the Ford Steel or the team? I've been a Lions fan my whole life. Well, it ain't going to happen this year. It's probably not going to happen next year. Maybe in a couple years we can get back to the playoffs. Antonio Hightower, do you think it's going to take a couple years?
To win the Super Bowl, definitely. If the Lions' goal is to ever win the Super Bowl, they should have went into a full-scale rebuild for years. Now, a lot of people say the Lions have been rebuilding for years, but I would say the Lions haven't actually tried to commit to a full rebuild because the Lions always midway through it like, well, we could be a playoff team. Just commit to a full-scale rebuild, and maybe you could get there.
Travis Doyle dropping another super chat. God bless you. I really appreciate it. It says, who would you want the Lions to sign a free agency to help out the team? I'd love Hassan Reddick. Oh, Dominic and Sue, if they were there in free agency. Hassan Reddick, if we could get Hassan Reddick, oh my God. He is a monster.
Hassan Reddick's been good. My gosh.
Devontae David, he's a free agent as well. That would be sick.
I think Hassan Reddick, he has like 10 sacks, right?
He's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. He's been balling out in Arizona.
They can't let that guy go. There ain't no way they can let that guy go.
No way. They're not going to let him go.
Matter of fact, I hope the Lions beat the Vikings Sunday. No, it's the battle of the teams that want the better draft spot. So it's Vikings Jerome versus MicroMike. What team can lose? What team
It's the battle of the tanks.
Yeah, battle.
Battle of the tanks.
What team
Super
is
tank.
there?
Instead of Super Bowl, super tank.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I want the Packers to go down so bad.
Dude, I want the Packers to lose. I don't like Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like I do not like him. I don't.
I can't stand that guy.
I can't stand that guy, man. You know how many times, like every time, like he throws a touchdown pass, he's always smirking. Like, yeah, I got this team.
And you know what? I can't stand him. He's laying on the ground and he's looking at the referee. Where's the
exactly
every time.
I want to blow these. I want to blow them out so bad. I don't want to be a close game. I want to blow them out.
It's hard to cheer for a Chicago team. It really is, but I can cheer against the Green Bay team.
Dude, if it was an NFC Championship team between Detroit and Green Bay, I would want Detroit to go.
Yeah, I know. I can't stand. No, I do not believe we're going wide receiver at all. I don't even think that's not even right now the top 4 of what I'm looking for. It's quarterback, defense. So I think that we could take wide receiver maybe in the first round, but we got to go all defense. Antonio Hightower.
Got to work on that defense. Yep.
Mm-hmm. We got to work on that defense, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. You got to work on the defensive line. There was this one other guy from Miami. I forget his name. I think his name was Rousseau from Miami. That guy is a beast, man. Yeah. I seen some of his play. Like he can get off like just the line. He can like. He has like this move where he just jumps up and like he twists his arms up and like he's able to get to like the quarterback real quickly. That guy, he's really good. Rousseau from Miami. I don't remember his first name, but I know he's a really good edge rusher.
Yes,
but yeah, y'all got to work on your defensive line first because you can't get no pressure on the quarterback.
Anthony says, Mike, read my comment. He says, if you guys decide to draft a quarterback this year, will you trade up with the Dolphins to the number 3, and would you guys give them for the number 3 pick? We're not going to be trading up. Why? We only got 5 draft picks. We literally got screwed when it comes to our former GM and head coach regarding the draft. I think that if we lose, we can move all the way up to the number 3 pick anyways this Sunday. So we may not have to, but I think that Justin Fields or Zach Wilson or Trey Lance will be there for us wherever we pick, whether we stay at 7, 8, or 5 or 6. I think that we're going to have a chance to get one of those guys anyways. We don't need to trade up, in my opinion. We don't got the capital to do it, unfortunately, and that's terrible.
Joe Brady is a monster. He's one of the reasons that he's such a great offensive coordinator that he may be a head coaching candidate in year one. Next year, he is 100% going if he's not going this offseason.
Okay.
He's an amazing offensive coordinator. He think about it like this. He went from nobody to pass game coordinator at LSU to NFL offensive coordinator to maybe head coach 3 years. That tell you what the NFL thinks about him. Not only that, he's very talented. He could be like Kyle Shanahan, the dude Sean McVay type guy.
Yeah,
it's like
Sean
one of
McVay,
these top offensive head coaches who can elevate not only these people around him, but your quarterback.
Yeah.
Because, even when they lost Teddy Bridgewater, they still look good. He put in the backup quarterback, didn't skip a beat. He's like, well, you don't give me my starting quarterback, I can make it do what it do. So he might be my second or third favorite head coaching candidate at this moment, other than Dable for the Bills and of course Bieniemy. But very talented offensive coordinator.
Travis,
I'll take him over Matt Nagy. I'll take him over Matt Nagy. To honestly tell you the truth.
Travis Doyle dropped $5 super chat. It says, what do you think about Arthur Smith, Tennessee Titans offensive coordinator who's head coach for the Lions or another team is my dream coach? You talked about him the other day. I think it was last week. We need to look at this guy because this offense is done very good job there in Tennessee. He's really made sure that the quarterback Ryan Tannehill was put in a position to succeed. Came out of nowhere. Thank you so much for the super chat. God bless. But I think we should take a look at him. What do Well, okay, tell me why, Antonio Hightower, why you don't want to take a look.
Because basically the offense is Derrick Henry, which is a pretty good offense.
Yeah.
How many we gonna get a new Derrick Henry?
But what about what he's done with Tannehill, who was pretty much?
I don't know if they've done anything with Tannehill. Well, first of all, Tannehill was already talented. Tannehill had always showed flashes that he could be a good quarterback. Tannehill basically came in and did his job. Right, he looked really good, but they don't ask a lot of Tannehill because you notice when the run game doesn't look, how does Tannehill look? Doesn't look that great. When the running game isn't working, when you ask him when it's longer third downs, when the Tennessee Titans are behind, Tannehill doesn't look that great. The pass game doesn't look that great. Why? Because not only they're not that built for it, but Arthur Smith doesn't have the best creativity as an offensive coordinator. So I don't think he's a bad offensive coordinator, but I think if you bring him here, I don't know if he's going to have the success he had in Tennessee unless you replicate what he has in Tennessee, a.k.a. draft Derrick Henry and get a really good offensive line. We got half the equation, but I don't know if we're going to find a Derrick Henry.
Ooh, Robinson. I'll say this. If the Bears do not make the playoffs, I can see Robinson walking. But if they do, I'll say this. If the Bears beat the Packers, if they won at least one playoff game, I can see Robinson staying. I can definitely see Robinson staying. To honestly tell you the truth, if I answered your question.
I want Robinson to leave the NFC North. I'm not going to lie. I think he's very good against defenses. He says, I hope y'all get who you want. What about Smith as GM? I think they're definitely going to look at him for sure. No doubt about it. I think they're going to look at him. They got his interview. They've already interviewed some people. But go ahead and interview him. The season's going to be over. Then you can interview some of the folks that you want to see. We have 5 draft picks you build through the draft, and you must have the capital to get players that are of need. And right now, our defense is depleted of a quality roster. We need probably 2 linebackers off the rip. Need to get some more defensive line help, defensive tackle, defensive end, and probably another safety. And guess what? We have 5 draft picks. It's not going to be able to turn it around that quick. So, no, I'm not going to give anybody false hope to assume we're going to be a good football team next year.